Hi, this is a market update for end of day data for liquidity and open interest for the indexes. The 29th of May, the open interest data was pretty much the same. There was not a great deal of buying or selling in the indexes. It was pretty flat, pretty similar to yesterday. It was a little bit greener in the VIX, not a great deal, a bit of a dip buy there. It ranged. It was a little bit red, a little bit bearish in the Russell, even though we did have a better day on the longer dated bonds and the dropping of the rates a little bit. Here in the SPX, we can see the range for the day. Yesterday it was 5923. We finished the day at 5912. So it's a very tight range, and it stayed pretty much within that range, even though at the peak of the day in the futures market we were up over 1.5%, and we've pulled back to finish the day only up 0.4%. So the gamma giving us a very good idea of the range that we're going to see today. The top three indicators here are indicators for the data coming out of the SPX. Red is selling, green is buying, fattest is on the surface, the most recent, and thin is carried through for the longest period of time in a moving average. And then we have the liquidity sentiment. Again, red is selling, green is buying, and it shows us an overall comparison of the liquidity to recent times. Here we've got the irregular liquidity, which is a normalization of weekdays. The bottom three are the same three indicators, but here we're using the Mag 7, as most of the buying and selling at the moment has been done in the Mag 7. So you've got quite a range of different groups that you can use to watch both the indicator, the security you're trading, as well as what you think might be the big feed-ins for its liquidity. I think the biggest feed-in at the moment is the Mag, and if we have a look, we can see very similar patterns here in all of the indicators. They're very similar. If we'll just have a quick look at the NDX. NDX again, very similar looking patterns. Red in the irregular liquidity or over the golden line is bearish or selling, and below is buying. A little bit of buying into the end of the day. If we just have a look at the Qs, I think the Qs is the bearish, had the most bearish selling. So here again we can see that it's really been quite red all day, apart from right at the end we had a little bit of buying. I suppose that's not going to not make much difference because we had selling all day. Again, we're using the Mag 7 as a comparison. The VIX was a little bit greener today. I can't see much change in the market until probably the 5th or the 6th of the month, when we will start to see the charm effect come in, which is the theta burn of the monthly options, when market makers will slowly have to start buying their hedges back on the puts, and we've got quite heavy short-dated option hedging at the moment, although most of the indexes are quite long, have been long since about the 7th of April. Thank you for listening to my little update, and I look forward to giving you an update tomorrow going into the end of the market. Thank you very much.